Welcome to another episode of my weekly trail talk. This episode is dedicated to Bali Trail Running and my experience at the events. So end of May, and this year there is the next Bali Trail Running event called BTR Ultra, since they added an ultra distance to the event. The following is a little bit my history with a couple of the Bali Trail Running events. It goes way back into the dark ages of the COVID pandemic. The very first event was a so-called a challenge. It wasn't an official race, by invitation only. That was in December 2020. In Bali there was a window of opportunity to do a little bit. It was an epic event, really good racing. So my story of that race is I knew there are a few very fast guys for the downhill and uphill from Mount Batur. So I thought it would be smart to kind of go out as fast as I can, put some minutes on them and hope that's enough until the finish line. Unfortunately, things went a bit different. I built up a good lead at kilometer 5 or 6, and then I took a wrong turn. I think I lost like 4 or 5 minutes, came back out of the bushes, and I was in 8th or 9th position. So from there I really had to fight back to get a good position in that race, and I managed to just be in 2nd position, just behind number 1 on the climb up to Batur, but I couldn't close the gap, and I think until the finish line there was still a 3-minute gap. Nevertheless, 2nd place, epic event, had a lot of fun. Okay, fast forward 1 year to December 2021. That was the first little bit bigger event from Bali Trail Running. It's still labeled as a challenge, beat my time, and this time the course was changed to start at the top of the caldera, the Batur caldera, and it was a 30-kilometer course. You start on the top, you go down, you go around, you go up to Batur, down, and make your way back to the start and finish line on top of the caldera. That race went really well for me. I finished in 1st place. I was super fast. My time was back then, I think, just over 3 hours. Great racing. I think there were a few hundred people in that race. May 2022. So by now, COVID is almost a thing of the past. Same course as before, but now the race is an official Asia Trail Master point race, which makes it even more exciting, and it brought a lot of people from overseas, a bunch of very fast guys from Singapore and Malaysia. Looking at the competition, I knew I really had to fight hard to get a good place there. I was rolling somewhere around 4th or 5th most of the race, and then got an opportunity on the top of Mount Batur to take over another runner, and then I tried to close the gap to the 2 guys in the front. Couldn't really close it until the finish line. Super happy with a 3rd place in a really competitive Mount Batur race. Mohamed Afindi from Malaysia set a new course record. I think it's now 2 hours and 52 minutes for the 30-kilometer loop. I was able to finish under 3 hours, which is a really good result, I think. So super happy with the outcome of that race as well. A few months later in 2022, rumors got around that there will be a Bali Trail Running Ultra version. In November 2022, there was an exhibition event which was really successful. I had another good day out there since I know most of the course. I could hang on to 2nd place, which took a lot longer than expected on that course. I mean, people might say, oh, it's only 55 kilometers. I think my finish time was just over 10 hours, just to show how difficult that version of the course is. We climbed Mount Batur twice, and there is a really super steep climb where you come out of a valley on the back of the crater. Also the 55-kilometer loop was really well marked, great aid stations, a lot of fun with crew at the aid stations, or what you can expect. What you can expect at Bali Trail Running events are that all the people at the aid stations, they're trail runners themselves. They know what you need. This year's Bali Trail Running event is named BTR Ultra. There are 4 different distances. The longest is 55 kilometer. It all happens between the 19th and the 21st of May. Registration is still open. It's an event I can highly recommend because the area around Mount Batur, Mount Abang is just very, very beautiful, and who doesn't like to have a reason to come to Bali? If you enjoyed this episode, please help out the channel by subscribing, leaving a comment, or like this episode. Thank you.